Hey folks, today I found a clip of an American pastor warning his followers that civil war is coming. Now I want to be very clear. He wasn't inciting them to insurrection. He wasn't inciting them to violence. Not actively. He was warning them that civil war is coming, that their families are not safe, that their neighborhoods are not safe. He was telling them that they need to prepare for what's coming. They need to arm themselves. They need to equip themselves to protect their families, to protect their belongings, to protect their loved ones. They need to get together with their neighbors so that they can protect all that is valuable to them in their neighborhoods. And you know, the thing about this that gets me, I mean, we've talked about conspiracy theories. The thing about this that gets me isn't the fact that this is exactly, this kind of attitude, this kind of garbage is exactly the fear-mongering propaganda BS that I mentioned in last night's video. That sets the stage, that prepares the soil for conspiracy theories to take root in our churches. That's not what gets me in this case. What gets me in this case is the amount of fear in this man. That's what gets me. If somebody can show me a time when Jesus allowed fear to get the best of him, when he allowed fear to stop him from doing what he was called to do, when he allowed fear to stop him from doing what he was meant to do, when he allowed fear to keep him from loving his neighbors, even those people that were about to put him to death. I'd appreciate it because I can't find that anywhere in the New Testament. I don't see that attitude of fear in the Bible. This kind of message is not a Christian message for several reasons. It's not a Christian message because it offers up a human enemy. It offers up an earthly enemy. It's not a Christian message because it is filled to overflowing with cowardice and fear. It's not a Christian message because it is ultimately, utterly, ridiculously selfish on this pastor's part. It's not a Christian message because it does not build up his flock to do what they are called to do in the world. It's not a Christian message because it does not equip them to go out into the world and love their neighbors and their communities, to make a difference in their neighborhoods, to share the gospel, to bring a message of light and joy and love to the people in their neighborhoods that are afraid, that are struggling, that are down, that are in need of support. This is not a Christian message because the church does not cower. You know, I said it the other day in a video. The church has no business turned inward. We need to focus out. We need to be on the forefronts of positive, life-affirming, justice-bringing, equity-making change. And what's this guy's message? Be afraid. Be very afraid. I'm not going to tell you who to be afraid of. I'm not going to tell you when it's coming. But just keep looking over your shoulder because you never know. You never know who it is that's going to try to take what you have. We don't have to be afraid. We don't have to be afraid. As followers of God, as people of love, as people of community, as people who are trying to do good works in their families, in their lives, in their neighborhoods, there is nothing to be afraid of. There is no physical force that can dampen what it is we're about. Because we are not just about the physical. Love is not just a physical thing. Change is not just a physical thing. Growth is not just a physical thing. These are spiritual things. These are emotional things. Our mission is much more than the physical. We don't have to be afraid. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord's face be made to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord's countenance be lifted up to you. And may you always know the peace of being in the Lord's presence. And I pray that you and I will keep our eyes fixed on our purpose, on our mission. We won't back down. We will keep moving forward. If we're afraid, we will seek God's help, God's power, God's strength, God's encouragement. And we'll stand. Amen.